Welcome to 3D Chill. Today, I'm going to show you how to print this Disney-inspired Connect 4 game set. With its clever design, you'll be setting this up and playing within seconds. Let's head on over to Thingiverse and search for Disney Connect 4. You can choose from 7 different patterns: Mickey silhouettes, treats at the Disney parks, Lilo and Stitch. There's 2 Star Wars templates, Disney villains, and the classic game board, the base of the game, and the game tokens. Click download all files and grab what you need. Let's make sure we have all the parts. For this build, I was interested in the Mickey silhouettes, but feel free to grab any template you like. You should also have the base and a single game token. I found the default size of the model to be a bit on the small side, so I scaled it up to 150%. We're doing standard quality at 20% infill with no supports. There's a couple of issues with this orientation. If you look at the top part of Mickey's head, you'll see that there's an overhang. Without supports, there's no way that's going to print properly. Let's go ahead and flip it upside down. There we go. This way we're not going to need supports for the Mickey heads. Now let's make sure we enlarge this to 150% as well. There's also a small bridge at the bottom that might need supports. Let's turn on tree supports and see how that looks. Yeah, not exactly what we want. The whole point of flipping this upside down was to avoid excessive supports. Let's try some different settings. Let's switch back to normal supports, but only touching the build plate. Let's also add a brim for extra support. This should give us what we need. Now that's more like it. The bridge at the bottom will now get the support that it needs. Let's move on to the tokens. Increase to 150% and multiply. You'll want to add an additional 20 tokens for a total of 21 tokens per side. Now that we got the slicing out of the way, it's time to load up the printer and get to it. When loading the red filament, we need to make sure that we extrude out any remaining black filament. This is a surprisingly easy step to mess up. If you don't extrude enough filament to purge out the old color, you're going to end up with a discolored print. I'll show you what I mean. These samples look good at first glance, but if you look closely, you'll see that they're stained. Unfortunately, the color is now embedded within the print. Only painting and perhaps some light sanding can remove the stains. Let's get back to it. These Mickey heads are looking great. For the tokens, I wasn't sure what colors to print, so I printed 3. yellow, white, and blue. Now that we have all the parts printed, it's time to clean up and assemble. Trust me when I say you're going to want to smooth out these edges. They can be really sharp. I'm using the burring tool and some sandpaper. I'm checking to make sure there's no gaps between the tokens. Assembly is pretty straightforward. However, there's a little bit of wiggle room here, and by a little bit, I mean a lot. You'll need to be careful not to knock this over when you're playing the game. I think if I was to remix this, I'd make sure the board was more stable. Here, you can see how the various colors look with the red board. It's really surprising how satisfying that click sound is. Here's the completed print with the 3 color options I chose for the tokens. When your game is over, a simple lift here will reset the game. This design is very creative. It snaps together very well, and it keeps the tokens from falling out. I enjoyed making this. It's a unique design that allows you to quickly set it up, play a game, and tear it down when you're done. Since we've printed this, it has been on our kitchen table. We have not put it away. Connect 4 has become a new family favorite. I'm sure your family's gonna love it too. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future projects. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Happy printing!